Hi, Graham from Eagle Ukes again, and I'm doing STD and its cures. It's maybe not with, if you've tuned in thinking it's something different, and what's that guy holding the ukulele for? The STD stands for Strumming Tempo Disorder, and Strumming Tempo Disorder, I'll go on to, and how to cure it, and how you cure it, because it's a very, very common problem. That a lot of people have. I'm no exception. Everybody suffers from it from one reason or other, and one way of curing it is something like this. It's a metronome. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and all from small to large, and different things. The clockwork ones, the old ones, things like this. But basically, they all do the same thing. They provide a little beat. This one's good because it's got a light, and you can alter the speed, faster and slower. And you don't have to buy one of these. You can just go onto an app store on your smartphone and download a free app, metronome app. But get a metronome or a metronome app because they are essential. People who play the ukulele and never refer to a click track, an audio track or a metronome, you are the people that are more likely to suffer from the STD, the Strumming Tempo Disorder. But more than the metronome a bit later. So you've got ukulele, you're learning a few chords and you're singing along and everything's great, and it's got to be about fun. This is not to kick the fun out of playing the ukulele, far from it. It's to enhance the fun. And a lot of you, once you've got competent with the uke and you're playing a few tunes and things, hopefully you've started looking at a metronome. A lot of the instructors on the YouTube and other channels do refer to a metronome, and be wary of those that don't, because it is essential, especially when you start joining a group or playing in a group. Because if you're playing your own thing at your own speed and your own tempo, and they're doing something at a different speed and a different tempo, there will be problems. Not so bad if you join a band who've got a good bass player or a good drummer, or but preferably both, because obviously the drummer or the bass player is going to help keep the group in time. But unfortunately, a lot of groups, like the Eagle Ukes as well, we don't have those people around. So it's dependent on us all to try and keep together. If we're together, we sound great. If there's 1, 2 or 3 people that are not together, playing too fast, playing too slow, then it's a nuisance, because you can hear it. We can hear it. The audience hears it. If you're playing next to a person that's starts off strumming, it progressively gets faster. This can be through, a lot of the time in gigs or at the practice, it can be adrenaline. It can be, oh, I really like this song, I love this song. Take for example Drunken Sailor, we'll do it in A minor and G. So if we were sort of going, what shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? See what I mean? It's just a nice steady tempo, see it? But say someone thinks, oh, I love this song. What tends to happen is it speeds up. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning? And that's gone double the speed within the first verse. Now that's an exaggeration, but over the song, a good way of checking this is to record yourself and listen. And then listen to a click track or a metronome. See how far out you are. None of us will be perfect. No such thing as perfection. But you want to stay within a small band. You don't want the speed to rocket up or the speed to go down. Why it can go down is you might get people going, oh yeah, Drunken Sailor, I hate that song. It could be any song. And you start off, what shall we do with the drunken sailor? And I don't like this song, so I tend to go, what shall we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning? And you hear people going slower and it slows. And as I say, if you're sat next to a person, especially if you're a newbie in the group, you're sat next to somebody and you think, oh, this guy's been playing for years. And people with STD can tend to be, one, fellas like myself. It tends not to be a girl's problem. And I've tried to analyse this, and I think it's because I think ladies, you can multitask. So you can look at the chords, you can strum, and you can change chords, and you can sing at the same time. I think it's a guy's thing. We have to look at what we're playing, strum at some sort of rhythm that may be changing, and change chords as well. And I think it blows a fuse at time. So it is more a guy's problem, I've found. Not always, but mainly. Where there's an ego thing at all, or guys just like to show off, I just don't know what it is. But it's like a virus. If you're sat next to someone with an STD, they start taking, normally they get faster. And if they get faster, you get faster. You think, oh right, I'm in a group, I've got to play with him. And it can spread round. And to the audience listening, they're sort of clapping along. Another good tip, the audience are just, all they're doing is clapping a lot of the time. If you ever get people clapping, take note of it. I'm not saying they're brilliant at keeping time, but if you seem to be racing ahead of those claps and they sort of ends up as an applause, something's going wrong. So that's a little tip. So try not to get too excited. It's natural to get adrenaline if you're at a gig, but listen to the guy that counts it in. If I'm counting 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wants to state that virtually all the way through. When there's lyrics, they will help you. Sometimes when there's instrumental parts and you're just down to chords, you can race that. You can race it. When as soon as the lyrics are taken away from a section of song, again you can suddenly start racing through the chords. The thing is to tap your feet. You've got a natural metronome, either sway. You see a lot of the ladies doing that. That's another thing that can multitask. They can sing, read the music, strum, change chords, and they can move, which looks good. Us fellas tend to be like rabbit in headlights and doing this. And that's not brilliant if there's an audience member watching you. So try to loosen up. The more you've rehearsed a piece, the better. And if you've got a piece of music and you're just going like Drunken Sailor, a couple of chords, have a look out into the audience, have a look around, make eye contact with some, smile, try and enjoy yourself. So these are your tips. Try not to go faster, try not to go slower. Try and keep at the same tempo. With your metronome, let's see what this is. Now if you can hear that, you probably hear it. I'm going to listen to that first. 1, 2, 3, 4. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Yeah, on the beat. Now get your metronome, beat on your phone up. That was set at 60 beats a minute. Let's rack it up. 72. Great practice this. Same song. And what it's getting me to do is listen. Listen to the metronome. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Right? Still on the beat. Same song. Let's rack it up to 92. Oh, this is a bit fast. It's good fun. Have fun. Have fun learning. Think it through. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Yeah. So that's your metronome. Mess about with it, alter the speed, same song, just go on 1 or 2, just a couple of chords, so you can concentrate on listening. And the idea is the person at the front of your group who's counting you in, keeping your time, follow them. Don't think, oh, he set that off a little fast, I'm going to speed this, or a bit, he set it off too fast, I'm going to slow it right down, or he set that off too slow, I'm going to take it on myself to speed it up. You could be in a group, if you're in a ukulele group, there's probably 10 of you, 20 of you, 30 or more. It's essentially a player's one. If you're all doing the same thing, it's great. If you're doing different things, different speeds, it's terrible. So get your strumming patterns similar, get your tempo similar, and the job will be in. The another tip I can give you is what I call end of song syndrome. And what it is people might be steady all the way through, and it gets to the end of the song, and what happens? It speeds up because we're nearly finished. We're nearly finished the song. Let's speed up. You know. What shall we do with the drunken sailor lie in the morning? You know, instead of going, what shall we do with the drunken sailor lie in the morning? You finish as you started, nice and easy at a steady pace. Don't race it just because you're there. And the other thing is, if you have some chords together, say it's say F and C. So you come to the end of the line and say couple of chords there, C, F, C and F. It's got to be paced. It's not sort of, you know. Yeah. And watch how you do set your songs off. Have a listen, try and sing them in your head first, you know, whatever it is. And so that when you set off, you're going to set off at a reasonable pace, not too fast, not too slow, so you don't have to, especially if you're soloist, you don't have to then sort of edge it up or edge it down. But it's down to practice with all your songs. If you're confident and comfortable and well rehearsed and well practiced, these techniques will come to you. But do have a look at that. I won't babble on much longer. I'll get back to your practice. Do get a metronome. Anyone that says playing alongside of a metronome or has never said, I've been playing for years, I've never bothered. Seriously, have a look at yourself. Tape yourself, listen to it back, and I think it might give you a rude awakening. But it's not something. It's something that's easily cured. It really is. So give it a go. And happy strumming. Do have fun. It's not to put a down on your ukulele playing. It's to enhance it and have more fun. So hope to see you again. Leave your comments and let me know what you think. Bye for